guys, so you guys have been working so hard on learning your 2's and your 3's facts for multiplication and division. And the next thing, and this is where you'll pick up next year in 3rd grade, is going to be multiplication with 4's, 5's, and 10's. And 5's and 10's are actually really fairly easy once you get the hang of the skip counting and things. 4's can be a little bit tricky, but 4 is just double 2, and 2's are quite easy. So hopefully you guys will get a hang of this, and you'll be able to practice into the summer just looking at your facts and going through those things. And like I said, next year when you get to 3rd grade, you'll pick right up with this, okay? What I want us to remember about multiplication and division, remember, multiplication is that repeated addition. When I have a problem that says 4 times 2, what it's really saying is 4 plus 4 equals. Or if I have one that says 4 times 6, it's just saying 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals, right? And when you're skip counting through these numbers, what it's saying is this number, if I were to add 4 more to it, I would get to this number. And then I would be at this number, and I would add 4 more to it. Or in the 5's, if I'm at 5, and I add 5 more to it, I would have this number. If I'm at 10, and I add 10 more to it, then I would have this number, okay? So what I want you to be realizing as you're going through these workbook pages, I give you a whole unit worth of papers, and you take your time and you go through it. But remember, we've done problems like these before. There's going to be ones where it's asking you about grouping things. If there's 4 things in each group and there's 6 groups, how many things do I have altogether? Or if I have 28 of something and there's 4 in each group, how many groups will I have? That would be division, right? So be thinking about what you just did with your 2's and your 3's, okay? And you can even look back at those workbook pages, because it's going to be pretty much the same type of problem, but done using your 4's and your 5's and your 10 facts, okay? Right now I'll take a minute, we'll skip count through 4's, we'll skip count through 5's, we'll skip count through 10's, and then I have one more video for you, and I'll do a couple examples of a multiplication and division problem for each one of these, okay? So with 4, right, you're going to start at 4, that's your starting spot. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. And notice how we'll always stop at 40 or 50 or 100. That's because that is 4 times 10. That's where we're always going to stop. For now, we're just learning our facts through 10. So what that is saying is 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16, and so on, all the way until 4 times 10 being 40. With 5's, we know how to skip count by 5's. That's one of the first things you learn is by 2's and 5's and 10's, right? Because it's really easy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And that 50 is 5 times 10, right? And then with 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Before I stop this video, the last thing I want to remind us is when we are multiplying, we're making it bigger. We have a part and we're multiplying it by another part to find the whole. So we're going to start with 2 smaller pieces and put them together to make something bigger. That's why in our word problems for multiplication, they're always going to say, this and this, how many do I have all together? Okay? But when I'm doing division, I'm starting with my whole, which is that bigger number. I have 28 cookies. I can put 4 cookies, that's a part, on each plate. How many plates would I need? Another part. So you're taking the whole and breaking it down into the 2 parts, right? And you would have noticed when we were doing our 2s and 3s facts that the multiplication problem and the division problem are just the opposite, right? Something times something equals that whole divided by that something equals that something. When you're doing a division problem, you can think, what times this number would equal this whole number? And that will help you. So, practice your skip counting of these. Go through those workbook pages and remember all we've talked about with multiplication and division, okay?